subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share this video.
Welcome to JAcademy. In this video, we learn how to delete any node from the front of the DLL. Okay, so there can be three scenarios. The scenario 1 is the head is pointing to null, that means there are no nodes. Scenario 2, the head is pointing to only one node, so that means the head is only one node. And scenario number 3, where you have more than one nodes. Okay, so how we can delete the first node from the DLL? So in the beginning, if we see that the head, if the head equals null, then in that case I can print list is empty. That's all. Else, if we see that the head has only one node, we are going to refer with a temp reference, which is the pointer to the node, and temp is going to point to where head is pointing to. And the thing is that how we will understand that we have got only one node. So here we will see that when the temp's right link is equal to null, we are going to say that the temp has only, that DLL has got only one node. Okay, so when it has got one node, what are the things we need to do? The first thing is that we have to print the data of the node that we want to delete. Okay, we can't simply delete without printing that value. So we will print. Next, we are going to free this location of the temp. And one more thing, one very important thing is that even if you free this location, temp is pointing to this location. That means because temp is a pointer variable of the type struct node, so it will have the address of this node. Though this is freed, so temp has to be made null. Okay, so these are the things you need to do if there are only one node. So we will write the logic. I'm going to write if temp's right link. So before that you need to write this one, temp is equal to head. Okay, and then you can write if temp's right link is equal to null. We will do the following things. First, we will print the data. So it will print where temp is pointing to. So the data of that part, temp's data, that is temp, is printed. Once it is done, we are going to free the temp, as well as we are going to make the head equal to null. So these are the activities, or these are the things we need to do whenever it has got only one node. Okay, otherwise the problem of dangling pointer will happen. Okay, so once it is done, we will go to the case 3 where we have more than one node. So in that case, if you want to delete this node, what you can do is that you have to move the head point to the second node, because second node becomes the first node if you delete this node. Okay, so that is the first thing. And before that, you should point the temp to point to head, right? So that you need to do it. So in the beginning of the function, when you write, your temp is equal to head should be done in the beginning of writing this function, right? So once it is done, you are moving your head from the first node to the second node. Okay, and then once it is done, okay, what you need to do is that you have to free the space which is pointed by temp. So when you free the space, so this link will be gone. Okay, but one problem is that the link of this node, which is pointed by head now, that is the left link, is still pointing to the location of the node which is freed. okay, then again the dangling pointer problem will come. So what you need to do is that you have to make the head's left link equal to null. Okay, so once you do it, your first node is deleted. Okay, so let us write this part of the code. So I'm going to write first head equals head's right link. So head's right link is having the address of the second node. So head will have the address of the second node, and logically head will point to the second node. So once it is over, what we can do, we have to print the value of the data, so which is pointed by temp, right? So we are going to write printf %d and temp's data. So we got the value of temp's data, that is 10. Then we are going to make the head's left link, okay, this one, head's left link equal to null, and free the location which was pointed by the pointer temp. Okay, so that's all you need to do. So let us write this all together. So first we are going to write void delete at front let us make it left align. Okay, so open the brace here itself, and then what we need to do, we have to have a struct node pointer called temp, and that's all. And we should say that temp is pointing to head. Okay, with that done, we'll come to the first case where head equals null. So when head equals null, we can say the list is empty. Okay, so we'll print list is empty, as if we'll go to the second case. Else if what will happen, we are going to check temp's right link equal to null, temp's right link equal to null. So temp's right link equals null. If it is equal to null, we will print the data pointed by temp, and then free the location pointed by temp and make the head as null. So that's over. So make the head as null, right? So else what will happen? We come to the third case. Else we need to do what? We need to move the head from the first node to the second node. So we are going to write head equals head's right link. Okay, and then we need to print the data, that is 10. So what is the data to be deleted? %d comma temp's data, and then once it is done, we are going to make this value will be equal to null, because that is the first node, and the first node's left link is always null. So we are going to write head's left link equal to null, and then we will free the location pointed by temp. So once it's done, we have deleted the first node from all the second and the third case, and the first case we don't have the node, right? So this is how you can delete the node from the front of a DLL. That's all guys. Do subscribe, like my video, give your comment, okay, on the topic where you want the video to be made, and also share this video with others. Thank you very much.